You see the headlines. You know how this goes. Let's get into it. A Democratic congressman who called Elon Musk a now faces investigation over what the Department of Justice claims was a threat made to the billionaire. California Representative Robert Garcia accused the DOJ of silencing him for critical comments he made about Musk during an interview. For someone who's not a politician, and definitely not an oligarch, definitely, um, the DOJ is going to a lot to protect him. But y'all still worried about Trump. Okay. Garcia shared a letter he received from the top federal prosecutor, Ed Martin, who has repeatedly vowed to protect members of Musk's Department of Government Efficiency and threatened to investigate critics of President Donald Trump. But I thought Doge wasn't Musk's. I thought he wasn't ahead of. Can y'all get y'all narratives together? So if you criticize Elon Musk, Trump's DOJ will send you this letter, Garcia said. Members of Congress must have the right to forcibly oppose the Trump administration. I will not be silenced. Checks and balances, checks and balances. Just saying. Last week, Garcia held a Doge demolition hearing with other House Democrats where he displayed a large image of the billionaire. He jokingly referred to it as a pick, which Martin referenced in the letter. Martin asked Garcia to clarify February 12th comments he made on CNN when he was asked how the Democrats could stop Musk. What the American public want is for us to bring actual weapons to the bar fight, Garcia said. This is an actual fight for democracy. This sounds like a threat to Mr. Musk, an appointed representative of President Donald Trump who called a and government staff who work for him. Their concerns have led to this inquiry, Martin wrote in a letter. We take threats against public officials very seriously, Martin added. Do you? Do you though? Do you though? Because you're threatening a public official. You know what? Okay. Appearing on MSNBC Friday, Garcia said it was pretty clear that the Trump administration was trying to intimidate members of Congress who are actively opposing and criticizing the president and Musk. I mean, the president Musk. Because people have joked for years about the presidency being bought and sold, and it has now been literally bought and sold. And there's a subset of the United States that is okay with it, that are cheering it on. Go figure. It's crazy that they want to investigate me for essentially using a metaphor and for taking on Elon Musk, Garcia said. And I think what's really disturbing in this moment is that we know that we've got to fight fire with fire. We know we've got to bring the energy to this fight as Elon Musk is raiding the federal treasury to give himself and his billionaire buddies a tax cut, and they want to police that language. Fellow Democratic Representative Jasmine Crockett came to Garcia's defense and said Martin's investigation was feckless and weak. She's not wrong. Please explain how a guy gets his feelings hurt by a member of Congress talking about the very legal fight that we are engaged in for the rule of law, our Constitution, and hell, just plain old decency instead of the corrupt self-dealing on the backs of the most vulnerable that this administration is engaging in, Crockett wrote in a post on X. Because didn't nobody have a problem with Marjorie Taylor Greene, old Slewfoot McGee, showing actual dick pics on the congressional floor. Martin is leading an effort to protect Musk and his Doge staffers from what he said were despicable threats. What threats? Criticism is not a threat. Oh, yeah. Non-deconstructing Euro-American men think everything that's not in agreement with them is a threat. We must protect our cops, our prosecutors, our Doge workers, the president, and all other government employees from threats against our nation. But y'all are firing first responders and government employees quicker than a hooker changes her John. But okay, whatever. You know, y'all let me know what you think in the comments.